Hello, everybody. In this recorded lecture, or I'm sorry, not lecture, a session, I will be talking about, talking about, giving you some hints about your first assignment. So, your first assignment, that's a document I have open. Your first assignment is under week 1 and 2. I'll show it to you later where it is, but this is right here is your first assignment open. Your first assignment is from chapter number 1, 2, 3 and 4. At the end of each of your chapter from the book hands-on database book, at the end of each chapter there are multiple scenarios, or you can think about this as a case study. So there are multiple of these scenarios or case study at the end of each chapter. So for example, there's a scenario called Wildwood Apartment, which we will be using for our both assignment 1 and 2, and we will be going from all the way from chapter 1 to chapter 7 in both assignment 1 and 2. So there's a Wildwood apartment scenario, there is a Vince Vinyl scenario, and a couple of other scenarios at the back of each chapter. So assignment number 1 asks you to do all the question under each of those scenarios for chapter 1, 2, 3 and 4. In addition to that, or I should say in subtraction to the above, please do not do these two questions under each of those corresponding chapter. So from chapter 1, please skip question number 3. Excuse me. From chapter number 4, please skip question number 7 of that scenario. Okay, so what do I need from you? I want you to answer all the questions related to the Wildwood apartment scenario for these 4 chapters. Please type your answer in a Word document, 12-point font, single space, Arial, Times New Roman. You can choose whatever you want. Oops, it should not say in class. Please submit your work on Blackboard Dropbox, online work, since this is an online class. Under chapter number 4, you will be doing data modeling, or you will be creating entity relationship diagram. Even though I have in my demo for chapter number 4, I have used a tool called Lucid Chart, which even you as a student with a student email ID, which is a .edu, you can get it for free as well, and I have provided on Blackboard the instructions to do that. But using Lucid Chart is optional. You don't really need to do it. As you know, we are already using too many softwares in this class. I don't want to overburden you with one more software. So if you want to, you can use Lucid Chart. If you do not, just draw entity relationship diagrams on a Word document or just on a piece of paper with a pencil, and just draw your diagram clearly so it's readable. Take a picture with your phone, and then you can insert that picture in your Word document, or you can upload that picture on Blackboard as well. So I will accept either way. So again, let me re-emphasize on this. For the ER diagram, you don't have to use, it's not mandatory to use Lucid Chart. You can draw those diagrams by hand as well. This assignment is due 2 weeks from today, so March 24th. And as you will see my videos, lectures, you will have better understanding of this assignment. Just to add a little bit more to it, the first three chapters, chapter 1, 2, and 3, are somewhat a recap of what you have learned in MBA 535 course, System Analysis and Design. So I know some of the people in this class are taking that course right now or did take it last semester. So the first three chapters are little bit of, or I would say even the fourth chapter, are somewhat a recap of MBA 535, but in a database context. So that's the difference. The concepts are similar to that course, but in a database context. The other thing what I have done is to sort of clarify, to sort of provide you an understanding of what I'm expecting from you for this assignment. I have given you the solution to the other scenario which is there in the book as well, Vince Van Hal. You are doing the Wildwood scenario, and I have given you a solution of Vince Van Hal scenario for the first 4 chapters, so that just a guideline for you to have a better understanding of what kind of work you should be creating for this assignment. As to chapter number 4, let me add a little bit more for chapter number 4. So talking about chapter number 4, under chapter number 4, I am simply expecting you to provide me with the entity relationship diagram. In that, some of the other beginning question asks you is your work in a normalized, have you gathered all the work? Have you documented all your work? You don't have to worry for anything like that. So wherever it asks you to create a detailed documentation or verify something with your instructor, you don't have to. You can continue doing your work. So for example, I think question number 7 says verify your work with your instructor and create a documentation. You don't have to. Let me bring that here. So under your week 1 and 2, under this folder, right here is your assignment number 1, and that's the video which I'm just creating and that's the assignment. When you click onto it, the PDF file should open, and when you are excuse me, ready to submit, you can come and submit your work here. Sorry for that. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm your number 1 resource. You reach out to me, or you can use the class cafe to ask any question as well. So I'm fine with you discussing this assignment on class cafe as well. And just to give you a final hint, if you have reached the end of this video, that means you were listening to me, and as a reward for that, let me tell you the entity names which should be in your ER diagram. For me, in my entity relationship diagram, I have a entity called building, apartment, lease, tenant, rent payment, maintenance request, and maintenance request details. What is the relationship among them? You have to figure that out yourself. Again, all the best. I'm your number 1 resource. Reach out to me or the class cafe. Thank you.